Here we are at Epcot. Just got done with Hollywood Studios, hopped the Skyliner. We thought about the boat, but one had just left and we didn't want to wait. So we hopped on the Skyliner, which we like anyway. And we are coming in through the International Gateway. To our right is France. To our left is England. And we're looking at our list that we made of items that we want to try from the Flower and Garden Festival. And we need to figure out where those places are, because we wrote down names of places and foods we want, but we're not exactly sure where everything is. So we're gonna meander and, you know, with a semi-half-baked plan and just eat some food when we find the items we want. Come and join us on our journey through Epcot today. The Flower and Garden always has topiaries, and these are some Winnie the Pooh ones. I'm pretty sure A.A. Milne was British, and there is Rabbit, and over here is Pooh. Like how they use the different flowers to suggest a shirt. He's so cute. That's actually a really cute Pooh. And then of course, Tigger and Piglet and Eeyore. I love Piglet. Piglet's my favorite. I mean, plus, you know, there's beautiful flowers here too, but these topiaries are amazing. Oh, there's a bumblebee butt. Definitely a bumblebee. I love the stripes on Tigger and the colors that they use for Piglet for his outfit. I can't tell how they did Eeyore's tail. If they did, to go around. Because it's normally like nailed on, right?
Yeah, I think it's just tacked on a piece of wood or something.
Okay, you know, yeah, it looks kind of like a piece of wood almost. Interesting. Take a closer look. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So between Canada over here and England over there, they have this area here that is indoors, and they have a number of booths, quote unquote booths in there for the different festivals. Last time we were here, Josh found a cider that he really likes, so we're gonna go in there and get another one. And I'm going to look around for any food, because I remember last time we were in here, we had just eaten and we weren't really hungry, but there might be something in here at one of the booths that we enjoy. And oh my goodness, that is really good AC just blowing out that door there. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Yeah, it's so nice in here, right? Like, not just the cool air, but sometimes they have an actual pianist in here, although right now it sounds like it's just like music being played. Festival favorites, Cider House, Farmer's Feast. Is that it? Just the three? No. Looks like there used to be one over there, but there isn't at the moment.
So we've heard good things about that. I know that beef brisket, burnt ends, and smoked pork belly slider.
Yeah, we did hear good things about that. Beef brisket, burnt ends, smoked pork belly slider. I'm gonna get one of those.
Firefly blackberry moonshine. That sounds interesting too, but I want that snake bite. I really want that.
Here is the slider. It was $7.50. I honestly thought it was gonna be two for that price, not just the one. I mean, it looks really good though, but it's kind of a lot for one slider. I had a little bit of the sauce already. That tastes really good. Just waiting for Josh to get here before we actually dig into it.
So what I have here is the actual cider flight. It says beer flight, but it's a cider flight. And the first one on the left is the Three Daughters Brewing Pink Lemonade Hard Cider. In the middle is the Bold Rock Watermelon Hard Cider. And on the right is Blake's Hard Cider Company Triple Jam Hard Cider. They do them as individual glasses, I think 8 and 16 ounces, and then they also do them as a flight. And originally I was going to just get the lemonade, but then I was genuinely curious about the watermelon and the triple jam. And since I was so curious, I said, well, I need to try all three.
How much were they?
They were $9.50 for the flight.
The three of them? That's not bad.
And they're, you know, not big because it's a flight, but I wanted to give them a shot.
I should have been filming my face when I was eating that burnt end slider, because my eyes were rolling in an amazingly good like haze of flavor. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Josh is just finishing up over there. But yeah, it was delicious. Like, it had that kind of barbecue, and it was a sweet sort of flavor from the sauce, but not too sweet. The pickle on top was amazing. They had a little like sausage on top, and that was good too. Like, everything about that was delicious. Was it worth $7.50? I don't know, probably. Having said before, I thought it a little too much, but there was a lot in that. So I changed my stance. Yeah, I had a couple bites, and Josh had 2 or 3 bites, so it wasn't a tiny slider. It was pretty meaty. Now that you've had all 3 of them, Josh, which one was your favorite?
It's a good question.
Or talk about each of them and let me know which one your favorite is.
The one that surprised me, because I knew what it would kind of taste like, was the watermelon-based one. It's the one that feels like it would be perfect for summer. Very light, very crisp, very subtle in the flavor because it's watermelon, like you'd expect. The pink lemonade one is actually a little bit more of a subtle flavor than I thought it would be, which I've enjoyed quite a bit here. I thought that was very nice. However, that's even better on the second taste, actually, the lemonade. This was the one that won the first taste. It was the triple.
Triple berry or something?
Triple jam.
Triple jam.
Again. Yeah, that's still my favorite. The triple jam.
Cool, you can keep that card. Maybe we can try to find some in Denver.
Yeah, I enjoyed all 3. They're from the pink lemonade is from St. Petersburg, right here in Florida.
What's the name of it?
3 Daughters Brewing Pink Lemonade.
3 Daughters, I've heard of them.
Yes, me too. And then the middle one is Bold Rock Watermelon Hard Cider from Virginia. And the last one, the one that surprised me, the Triple Jam, is from Michigan. Very nice.
What's the name of it?
It is Blake's Hard Cider Company Triple Jam Hard Cider.
We'll have to try to find that. All right, we've left the air conditioning and we're braving the heat again. It's actually not that terrible here as long as the sun stays behind a cloud. And we're in Canada, which is up there. It has a restaurant, some shops, and a movie, yep, with Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy. We've seen it once. I'll see it again some other time. And I thought there was something at the Canada booth over here that I wanted, so I'm gonna go take a look. Northern Bloom is the name of the booth. And see what they have. Scallops, no. Beef tenderloin tips with whipped potatoes and garden vegetables. That was it. Maple popcorn shake. That actually sounds good, but I don't really want anything sweet right now. And then some alcohol down below it. I am going to get the beef tenderloin tips. That sounds really good. Griddled maple pound cake with sweet peach compote. Did we get that? Okay. Just says we got that. I kind of remember that too. You know why that sounded so good? Because we already had it. It seems not a month ago when we were here last. Because Josh remembered getting the pound cake, and then I remember there's a kind of a weird way to kind of go around and get in the line for that one. Thought, wait a minute, I sort of remember already doing this. And sure enough, I did. So we're gonna move on and look for something else that we haven't had already. Straight ahead of us there is the Citrus Blossom. And we got the
orange lemon smoothie.
Orange lemon smoothie. Now they usually have an orange smoothie, which tastes kind of like the old Orange Julius, and it's served in like a sipper cup that's the Florida Orange Bird. This year they have one that's orange and lemon, so it's more tart than just the orange one, but it tastes pretty good. Like the tart cuts the sweet, and they work really well together. A lot of vloggers that I've watched have said that they like this version better than the other version because it's not as sweet. And I don't know if I agree with them. It's good, but I love the flavor of like Orange Julius, and so I'm torn on it. But get it if you're here, it's pretty good. Some more awesome topiaries. Got Huey, Dewey, and Louie. The older versions of Huey and Dewey and Louie, not the more recent versions. And Donald and Daisy. This is pretty nifty. Pretty cool. I don't think we're gonna get any of this, although maybe. I just wanted to show you they have taco vampires. And sope de chorizo, oh man.
Passion fruit margarita.
Oh, plant-based chorizo? No, thank you. Like, if you like plant-based stuff, great, but
not for us.
Not my thing. I mean, I would try it, like if somebody gave me some, but I'm not gonna pay $6.75 for plant-based chorizo. Otherwise, tostada with pork. So it's pork tostada, or it's Taco Vampiro, braised beef on a corn tortilla with crispy grilled Monterey Jack and salsa red cherry. That sounds good. I kind of wonder how big it is though. I'm gonna go see if I can find a picture. The three caballeros, they say they are birds of a feather. So we have, let's see. Casey Carioca here. Panchito Pistoles, you can see because he has the guns on the side. And Donald, ¿Dónde está Donald? Hey, I like the three caballeros.
I do too. I like how they're a part of it.
It's funny because you almost never hear him referenced as Panchito Pistoles anymore because, you know, they don't really want to make the gun connection. It's kind of a loaded thing here in America. So we don't really have an agenda today. We're just wandering around eating and drinking and enjoying it. So we're taking lots of opportunity to get in air conditioning. We just walked in the Mexican Pavilion and maybe see, oh, actually it's kind of busy here. Yeah, there's a line to get in here. Look at this. Wow, it kind of goes back and forth. Now if I'm right, once these candles all come on, then ghosts will appear. Yep, sure enough. I don't know if you can catch that, but a couple of ghosts have appeared next to him. More ghosts here on the other side. And if they appear, and then they will just disappear. That's pretty neat.
It is.
Simple effect, but effective. Ah, so nice. Over there is Canada, kind of where we came from. And England, we walked through there. That's right, got those Winnie the Pooh topiaries. And we've gone pretty much all the way around this way through the International Gateway. International Port, the area that starts it, that leads to Future World. And then Mexico. And now we come to Norway. Norway has a ride, the Frozen ride, and it has restaurants. And it had a meet and greet with the two sisters from Frozen, but they're not really doing meet and greets right now. And they have a replica of a staved church. And inside there is a like exhibit about the Norse gods, Odin, Thor, Loki, Freya. We've been in there before. If you've seen some of my old videos, you might have seen some video of it. Actually, I wanted to check this booth over here and see what they have. This is not one of the normal festival booths. It's just a regular one. Moscato. I love Moscato, but I think I want something in a booth instead. This will always be here. So we're on the hunt still. All right, we're standing in line at the China booth. We're gonna get the Papa cakes, potato cakes filled with shrimp and water chestnuts. That is right up my alley. And then maybe the bonbon chicken skewer. That's on our list, so we might have a couple things here. Awesome, and then some beverages down there. I'm gonna take a closer look at those, see if there's anything we want. Amaretto, iced coffee, milk, and boba. Wow, that sounds kind of good.
Not sure what I was expecting.
So Josh has the chicken skewer, and it comes with peanut sauce, and he says he likes it. Pretty good?
Yeah.
You want to go get the sword?
I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's pretty good.
And then these are the cakes with the strawberry on the top, and water chestnuts and shrimp. I'm looking forward to trying that. Kind of like savory and sweet at the same time. All right, our opinion on those, the food. You know, I didn't love the little cakes.
Potato pancakes.
The potato pancakes, they were fine.
Very dense, not that flavorful.
Yeah, actually not. I was expecting them to be more flavorful. I would not get those again. The chicken skewer was very good. It was dark meat.
Yes, but very flavorful.
But very flavorful.
Peanut sauce.
Yeah, the sauce was good. It had a little bit of spice to it. I would get that again. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I liked it enough that I'd get that again. So, you know, try it. Your mileage may vary. We stopped in the Africa area. It's not really a pavilion. It's more like just an area. And I like those spinners over there. We have a spinner outside our house, and those Mickey ones are pretty cool. Just go look at them. There's a group over here that is really enjoying themselves. One thing about Epcot is on occasion, there will be roving bands of drunks
These two are happy drunks.
But they're happy drunks, just like John said. They're happy drunks. They're having a great time, and they're doing each other's company and not really getting in anybody else's way. Epcot is definitely the place to eat and drink because it has such a variety. And, you know, there's plenty of people who do like drinking around the world, and they have t-shirts that they take markers and mark off, and it's great for bachelor and bachelorette parties and blah, blah, blah. And but on occasion, you will come across a very rowdy crowd of people like the ones over there. But that's okay. I would be terrible at drinking around the world. I think I've probably mentioned this in videos before because I'm kind of a lightweight. Like, I enjoy my alcohol, but I don't drink a lot of it. I would be wasted by the third country, and then alcohol makes me sleepy, so by the fourth or fifth country, I would just want to take a nap. So I would not be the best person to go drinking around the world with, although if somebody wanted to, I'm all in. Let's do it. As I mentioned, we took a break here in the Africa area, and we decided time to put on some sunblock. We were getting away with it
all day
because it was cloudy all day yesterday, and it was mostly cloudy today, but that sun has broken through and it is not going back despite there are other clouds in the sky. So just to be safe, we decided to put some on so that we're not regretting it tomorrow. I'm part Hispanic, so I can actually stand a little bit of sun without starting to burn, but I think I was getting to the point where it's not going to be able to stave that off. So, you know, bring your sunblock, get prepared, make sure to protect yourself, be smart. We probably should have put it on this morning no matter what, but we didn't. It's a lot harder to do when you're sweaty, so we kind of had to stop and clean off with like a Purell wipe or something and then quickly apply it before we started sweating again. But protect yourself. The sun can be very powerful here. It's not called the Sunshine State for no reason. After you leave the Africa area, walk into Germany. Last time we were here, we had items from the Germany booths. We're not getting any this time. We had the things we wanted, but I like the Germany area. It's like a little kind of castle, big clock up there. We've talked about the Werther's store here, where they have like Werther's popcorn, like kettle corn. It's delicious, but it would just melt and get a little hard in the sun, so we're not getting any this time. They also have a beer, not surprisingly, a beer place, and then there's also a wine cellar over there too. And then the beer garden, which we had a couple of times ago with some friends. It was delicious, and we would. I don't know if I'd do it again, you know, us and all you can eat. I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I had the experience, but I don't need to experience it probably again. There are other restaurants I'd rather try that I've never tried. And then I need to head over to the restrooms. Every pavilion has restrooms somewhere, and mostly I just need to wash my hands after applying sunblock. And, oh, yep, right over here. Perfect. And then if you see my other videos, you know we always point out the model trains. That's right over here before you get to Italy, right near the restrooms. So there's this town here, and it is being assaulted by a very giant kaiju-like beast that is wandering the train tracks, looking for people to kill and consume, I suspect. Some kind of ibis bird. Yeah, he's a really pretty ibis kind of bird. I think he's an ibis. I could be wrong about that. Maybe some kind of crane. I'm not very good at recognizing my birds, but it is terrorizing that small town. Oh, the people in that house. Oh, the humanity. Uh-oh, it's going to be kaiju versus train. Oh, train's winning. It actually did seem kind of afraid of it. The poor thing. We are in Italy, and this is a new permanent place called, it's essentially a gelato place. And we are going to get something, we don't know what yet, but I would like to try it. They have sorbet, they have floats, smoothies. This looked interesting. Yeah, they have a cherry gelato, which sounds kind of good. Okay, we're gonna get something. I'm not sure what yet. This is the Cuppa del Nono, which we did a replacement. We got cherry sorbet instead of the cookies and cream, but it's chocolate, vanilla, cherry in our case, some chocolate sauce, amaretto cookies, and whipped cream. Looks pretty good. We're gonna give it a go. Review of the gelato was that it was great. It was really good. The amaretto was wonderful. I mean, the cookies and cream would have been fine too, but the cherry had like actual bits of cherry in it, like halves of cherries, and it was very, very good. So I recommend that. $11.25 is maybe a little steep for that, but the chocolate gelato was perfectly tasty. What I liked about it is that, I mean, it was sweet, but not the kind of sweet that you would think with all of those flavors in it. Gelato is not super duper sweet, and this whole thing wasn't. Even the whipped cream on the top, you know, looked very sweet, but it wasn't. It was flavorful, but not like super sweet. Anyway, it's worth it. I would suspect that you could get almost anything there and enjoy it, so we recommend it. We decided to get some AC by coming into the America Pavilion, where they have a nice rotunda here. They have a show at 6:30, but it's not even 6 o'clock yet. I don't think we're gonna wait around for that, but it's been real hot today. Like when the cloud cover was going, it wasn't so bad, but now that the sun's out, it's hot. And so, you know, we're moving from AC to AC, enjoying something out in the World Showcase, and then coming in and enjoying a little bit of AC. Josh is over there reading some of the exhibits that they have. We don't generally take the time to do that because we come in here and then we go to the American Adventure, which is over there, and then you go upstairs and watch a show. I like this a lot better than the Hall of Presidents because the American Adventure talks about America as a whole and does not shy away from topics like the Civil War. Whereas the Hall of Presidents, you know, just talks about presidents. And so it's very specific to the presidency. Whereas the American Adventure is more about America in general. All right, Japan. Kakigori in Japan. We decided, even though this is available year-round, we just really wanted the shaved ice. It's hot enough that some shaved ice actually sounds like it would be really good. And we were right. I got cherry, shaved ice with milk topping, which is essentially just sweetened condensed cream. Josh got the strawberry, but there's also melon, tangerine. I think there's another flavor too, blue raspberry. Anyway, if you like ices and like some sweet topping on the top, sort of like cherries and cream or strawberries and cream, then you would like this. It's worth getting. They've changed the cup over the years. This one's probably better because otherwise it used to fall all over the place. Right now during this festival, they feature local bands and from Florida. I love this song. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. They're called the Hooligans. Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. Yeah, rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. That's pretty awesome. I've never seen that.
We're gonna take it back to the 70s with some glam rock from Sweet.
Japanese Pavilion, this is what they have at their booth, and Josh is going to get the shrimp and crab, and we're both going to try that, see what we think. The band is still going and they're amazing. They just did a Queen song. And here comes Josh. These are, oh, okay. That's cool. It's crab and shrimp on, you can't really see the cucumbers. And there's a little bit of spicy mayo and
I don't know what the other stuff
violet sauce is what they call it. I have no idea what that is.
Violent sauce?
Violent sauce.
We're
gonna try it.
That's what violent.
What do you think, Josh?
I actually do really like them. There's just literally like a pile of shredded, almost ground up shrimp and crab. It's just, and then nice little mayonnaise to give a little bit of spice. If you don't like shrimp and crab, you're not going to like it. But if you do, it's really delicious. It's 3 of them for $6.50. I think that was right. Very simple. You like it, you don't.
Simple. Looks good.
Yeah.
So over here, while we were eating our kakigori in Japan, we were just kind of sitting on one of the benches, and this family came over, and somehow or another, so one of them bet the mom to ask, you know, for a taste of one of our kakigoris, and Josh was like, I'll make you a deal, go get a spoon and you can have some. And she did, and then we sat and talked with them for, I don't know, a good 30 minutes at least.
Good, yeah.
So that's one of the magic of Disney that we love, is that sometimes you can just spark up a conversation with a random individual and stand there talking with them for 30 minutes.
Hi, Lisa, Dave, and Katie. That were their names. They were celebrating. Their daughter had just finished her Master's of Business, which is pretty damn serious.
Yeah, and they were drinking around the world. So they were not 3 sheets to the wind, but they were about 2.
Yeah, they were having a good time.
And they were in Japan, which means they're only really about halfway. Regardless of which way you started, you're only about halfway if you're in Japan, America, because America is halfway. And so they were not...
They were having a good time. They were enjoying themselves. They were loving the music, as we were. Well, the parents, as they were.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that band is still going. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're really good.
We heard them before in England doing covers in the back.
Actually, I don't know if these are the same people.
Really? Okay.
I thought they were because of the name, but that was a 4-man band. This is a bigger band, and there's a woman in it too. So I don't think it's the same one that I was thinking of before, but they are good.
Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Psychedelic Furs.
Sweet.
Led Zeppelin, Sweet. What was the other one that you read? Rock the Casbah.
Yeah, that's the Clash.
Amazing. Honestly,
yeah,
the collection,
Queen, I think we said Queen.
The collection of music we've heard from these guys has been wonderful, and they're really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're really good.
It's starting to turn into that golden time where the sun has kind of started to set for the most part. There's still cloud cover now. It's cool. Or I shouldn't say it's cool. It's still warm, but it's not the warm it was when the sun was beating down on you. It's a lot more tolerable.
Oh, so much better.
And yeah, and the lights are going to start coming on. It's going to start getting darker, and it's that time I love walking around the World Showcase and how the lighting here is so wonderful. So we're looking forward to that. We're moving our way slowly because we don't want to get to where the Skyliner is, and then
we can backtrack.
Yeah, we'll end up having to backtrack probably because we're only like 2 countries away from the Skyliner pickup to take us home. But I can see us kind of doing another walk around and enjoying it once the sun goes down a little more. But we might do, I don't know, Spaceship Earth, maybe go to Sora, and we'll see what the times are. We're not necessarily here to ride anything. We are more here to...
Have we ridden anything?
No, we haven't ridden anything at all. But, you know, we're mostly here just to enjoy the ambiance, have some food, and we've been doing that, and we're going to keep doing it. So, stay with us. We've come to Morocco, and we've been to the Tangerine Grill a number of times before, but now this whole area is kind of blocked off. I don't know what's going on.
It doesn't go all the way back.
Yeah, you can walk in, like you can see these people over there walking in, but there looks like they're doing some kind of construction here. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they're doing something. They weren't doing it, you know, when we were here last time, so it was a surprise. We dropped by East La Fresca. We got the sugar cane shrimp skewer and the tropical mousse cup. And they were here with a few bites out of them taken already. Shrimp skewer is delicious. I had some of that already, and that is really good. And the tropical mousse is really good too. It's let's see, passion fruit cake and a tropical glaze with some fresh pineapple and like a coconut mousse in it. It's pretty good. It's definitely up my alley. Josh may or may not like it. Shrimp, on the other hand, is good. It's got a little bit of spiciness to it. The rice is awesome. It's on a sugar cane kind of skewer, which is kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, so the shrimp's good. I mean, I like shrimp. And but this is new. I'd never had this before, and I like it. We made it back to the International Gateway. Well, we're not leaving yet because it's just now starting to get really beautiful. It's 90 degrees, but there's a nice cool breeze on the water here. And we got here about 3 to Epcot, and it's taken us this long. It is now 7:30 to do a loop because we stopped in for air conditioning, and we stopped and had food and sat down, and we went into the Mexico Pavilion. So we're probably gonna do it again. We'll do it faster this time because we're not gonna stop as much, but I would like for it to get darker before we do that though. So we're gonna head down into England again. England and Canada. Maybe go over to Future World, maybe hit the Mouse Gears store because there's a couple things we're looking for. particularly a calendar. We're not sure if there's going to be a calendar available yet.
That's the place to look.
But that is, yeah, a place to look. So we're going to go look there. This trip for us was a last-minute trip. We were here about a month ago with some friends, and then I found out that I had Friday off for Juneteenth, and we looked into a trip to Disney to see, you know, it's kind of last minute. Those things can be expensive, flights and such, but no, the flights were reasonable, and not the cheapest we've ever had, but definitely not expensive. And we were able to get Pop Century for a couple of nights, and that wasn't too bad. And we decided to pull the trigger on it, so here we are. Our next trip will not be until September, or very late September, the last day of September, and early October for Disney. And what's exciting about that is that it's going to be a Disney cruise. So hopefully the next time you see a video on this channel about Disney, it will be us going on a Disney cruise. If not, we're gonna turn it into just a regular Disney vacation. But we're really hoping the cruises go by then, and that we'll be able to hop on that cruise and go. And we have a bookend, day before the cruise and day after the cruise, that we might be able to make it to Disney. So we might have some video of that. But stay with us over the next few months, and you may see a cruise in there, our very first Disney cruise ever. I don't know what this couple's doing right, but they've got a lot of ducks over there, and I think it's cool. I haven't seen them drop any food or anything. People up there maybe do all the time, and that attracts ducks, but this is one of the reasons why you're not supposed to feed the animals at Disney, because then something like this happens. And it's great in the movie, but when you become a real-life Disney princess, it just gets really gross with a bunch of bird poop everywhere. We stopped by the Honey Bistro, and we got a sort of like a honey cornbread.
Tupelo honey spoon cornbread or something like that?
Yeah, it comes with bacon. You can see the bacon right on top and kind of a honey butter. It looks really good. It's like savory and sweet, I understand, so we're gonna give it a go. If you walk around the World Showcase, you can go to each country and you can do what's called Kids Cot, where you get a sticker and a little card about the country itself. The thing, well, during the non-pandemic times, I think it was a lot more interactive. There was somebody from the country. I'll show you these in just a second, but Josh is putting some up. It used to be more interactive. There was somebody from that country there who could talk about it, and they would do something for you. Like in China, they would draw you a little picture, and you'd get a little sticker, and then they would stamp a little passport for you. But during the pandemic times, now they just have these cards with info on the country and a little sticker on them. Here are most of them. We don't have a Norway one. We need to go there and grab one. Josh already has one. That's why he didn't grab it. But since we're here, we might grab another one. But there's Mexico, Italy. I like the gondola. Germany has, oh, a bear playing an accordion. I haven't seen a lot of these. China has a dragon, of course. The American Adventure has, oh, okay, like a Nina Pinta Santa Maria kind of boat. Japan has the pagoda. Morocco has a camel. Aw. France has, ooh, of course, the Eiffel Tower. United Kingdom has a beef eater. That's cool. Canada has a maple leaf, of course.
And I believe that Norway's is a Viking boat.
A Viking boat, cool.
So if you get all of the stickers, the last one you go to, you can tell them that you went to each of the countries, you got a sticker from each of them, and they'll give you a little postcard of I Traveled the World Showcase at Epcot. And it's actually a postcard that you can send out. It's actually very cute.
Yeah, I love that how it has all the different countries there. Mexico and Norway and China, and it actually goes in order. But that is pretty cool. I had no idea that you would get a
postcard.
Postcard. That's cool. That's a nice little treat. And it's totally free.
Yep,
Completely and absolutely free.
Yes.
Perhaps my favorite topiary is the Lion King topiary. I think that's just amazing. The lions look incredible. Rafiki looks incredible. That is beautiful work. Maybe it's that not a lot of people are traveling yet, but we've been commenting all day that even though it seems busy, we're comparing it to how it's been during the pandemic, but it has not been that busy as far as people today. Like, all the rides have had reasonable wait times, not the kind of reasonable wait times you'd expect for a weekend in the middle of June. So I'm not sure, like I said, if traveling isn't as much in full swing, but I'll take it. It's nice to be able to ride things and not worry about 2-hour waits. we decided to dip into Future World and come ride Spaceship Earth. I love Spaceship Earth. I mean, it's a lot like the People Mover. I think it's the actual same vehicle as the People Mover, except you're facing one way instead of having a seat that goes facing each other. And but it's the same kind of loading and the same kind of material. And it's just a nice, slow ride through the history of communications, narrated by Dame Judi Dench. They're supposed to be refurbing this. They were going to before the pandemic hit. Now it's kind of up in the air, but they were going to completely redo the inside. These animatronics are pretty good. They're not as perfect as the more modern ones, but look at him move. It's really nice, very smooth. This talks about how Rome falls and the Great Library of Alexandria is burned, but I love the smell in here. They pump in kind of a smoky smell, and I love it. Big fan of that hat. Scrolls in a library, books in a library, old books. I love the Sistine Chapel part here with the choir. Can you imagine painting that and listening to choir practice every day? The boom of the communication age. Movies. And radio. This is absolutely, by far, my favoriteest room in this whole ride. '70s computers, baby.
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future? Here in the future, it'll be worth the effort to enjoy nature and the great outdoors.
That's not us.
But even in a virtual world, accidents do happen.
You've never seen this before.
You're prepared. A medical scanner analyzes the situation. Fortunately, your entire medical history is with you at all times on a smart card. Your first aid is nanotechnology, a microscopic robotic team that fixes the injury from the inside. With a cup of soup, technology speeds recovery time. No time at all, you're back on your feet. Fortunately, in the future, help is never far away. The end. Or should I say, the beginning of your future.
Anytime we come to the front of the park, which we don't do often when we take the Skyliner because it comes into the back of the park, I like to come and see the fountain. I really like the fountain more than what they used to have here before. It changes colors. I don't know if you can tell that very easily because it's not quite dark yet. But I also like the fountain aspect of it where the water just comes down. It's not spraying. It's a great visual for when you walk into Epcot. You can tell from the flag the wind is picked up, and boy, it feels good right now. That is going to do it for us from Epcot. We ended up not redoing the World Showcase because it started to get a little later and we're getting tired. We have an early day tomorrow.
And a long day.
And a long day because we
Fly home.
Start the parks and we fly home tomorrow night. So a lot to do in that day. We've been to all 4 parks in the last 2 days. Having park top, I'm looking away because I'm actually feeling drops of rain. Not like heavy drops, but little drops here and there. Tomorrow we're doing Magic Kingdom. We might park hop somewhere, we'll see. Depends, since you can't park up until 2, we have to be back at the hotel
5:30?
at least by 5:30 to to get our shuttle to the airport. We may or may not. We'll see what happens. But we don't have the option to go back to the room in the middle of the day to rest because we're gonna have to check out by 11. In any case, thank you for joining us on our journey through Epcot today. Hope you had a little fun.